eclipse, meteorite, moon, and star. The four card symbols. Star has officially know all four of these people's names, their symbols of their cheek marks. And now, how are these four going to act together? Well, I watched the new commercial that will be still in season 5 or 4. I don't know if this is going to go on to season 5 of Star of the... Oh wait, no, they only made 3 seasons. My apologies. But no, I'm talking about though is this. Star of the Forces of Evil has now made 3 seasons. I don't know if season 3, well then again, it would make sense to end season 3 where it is now, and then go on to season 4. But however though, what I want to talk about though, season 4 going on, or is it still staying in season 3 or not? I want to talk about these 4. How they're going to act the next season or not. Now, let's start with Eclipse since she's the firstborn out of any of these. Eclipse was always seen to be the bad girl. Star always looked up to her and everything. Because how her personality was. She was like a rebel, but she was a queen of darkness. That was her title name. She has spades on her cheek marks, symbols. She knows dark magic, and she pretty much has 2 children, Luna and Meteorite, which, just in case you people don't know about, Eclipse does indeed at least have 2 children. Luna, who took the crown, who Eclipse abandoned at the castle and everything with her human dad, and she pretty much ran off with a monster and had a child of her own. And Luna is the youngest queen, actually. She was 8 years old on her own coronation. So it's obvious she is depressed, since the story does say about her, she had an unhappy childhood where she slept very sad. And her sister, it's really hard these two don't even met each other, but it is possible pretty much Meteorite never even know about her. Or if she did, she never realized it was her own half-sister. But well, let's get back to Eclipse about our other parts. Now, Eclipse does have a few other things. When she was finally released, when we were going into the season 2, out of season 2, into season 3, during that time, we were getting these commercials about her, where it seems like Star and Moon are somehow cracking, like, their relationship, their symbols. And for pretty much, Eclipse was always seen to be the villain, and it looks like she was planning out something. Like she was planning to actually be a very bad villain that was even more worse than Toffee. That Toffee would possibly be better off leaving alone instead of being dealing with, so you didn't need to do a Eclipse. But pretty much it turns out it's not like that. When we actually saw Eclipse in season 3, she's really nice around Star in a way. And pretty much, when we first see her, she has a new look without her hat, her hair's down, and her dress is a little bit different. Other than that though, she's really kind, she's able to take things really easily, and always had a nice calm personality no matter how stressful the situation is. She's always able to stay calm, and she always looks nice around Star. And Moon, she's pretty much calm, but Moon seems like she does not like Eclipse one bit. Now, let's go to Meteorite. Meteorite was her secret name, Miss Heinous, which that's not her real name, it's Meteorite. I always actually thought Meteorite was 2 things. I thought she was Selena the Shy, or I thought she was Moon's sister or something. Like a lost sister. The question is, why would she be hiding if she was Moon's sister? It would obviously something bad happen. Or if she was Selena the Shy, something she had to do that would eventually end in her reign, move on to the next queen and whatnot. And pretty much that would be that. I have no idea if the writers were taking one of these 2 stories. But yeah, pretty much all she wanted to do was get revenge on Marco for what he did. And it looks like she's been really good friends with monsters in a way. Actually caring for them, making deals with them. And actually, pretty much, she was running a school for werewolf princesses. Eventually kicked out because of Marco. And pretty much they've been living in a car throughout the series until now, where the car was taken by Romulus. Which funny, he crystallized it. But other than that, though, what's with her? Meteor, alright. What's gonna happen to her? I believe she actually might have forgotten who she once was. It's possible when she was young and everything, her mother was crystallized and her father was possibly killed, leaving her have to mature more quicker for her age. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it seems like she's always been draining people of her youth, now that we know about it. So she can stay young and everything. Of course, she's really nowhere near young. But why does she do this, though? Well, the way I see this is because of this. She wants to pretty much live. It's possibly she knows about Eclipsa, since she is her daughter and everything. Eclipsa is the mother, and Miss Heinous, whose secret name, with two I'm kidding. I think I'm better off calling her Miss Heinous, because Meteorite. Sometimes I keep saying that name wrong for real. So Miss Heinous, since I'm used to it as well. Pretty much Miss Heinous looks like she's doing this. And I think one day she could find a way to be connected to her mother. It's possible she does not know about what it's obvious that she does not know her own mother. It's possible she would go to the castle then. But really, I don't think she's going to risk it. Not one bit. So, besides all that, I think it's possible she would be taking the place of the throne. Like, now that she remembers who she is, it's possible she's now going to go after that throne. And here's what gets more interesting. We're going on to Moon next. Moon, her mother died when she was only around the 8, when she just got the wand and everything. Lording Eclipse's dark spell, making a deal with her that she could be uncrystallized once Toffee was killed. However, though, Moon did not do that. She actually kind of spared Toffee, but for a reason. Because when she witnessed her own dark magic, she realized what Eclipse was doing was nothing more but a playful act, just to get on Moon's good side. Trust and everything. So she kind of give the monsters a warning, stay away, or else you will get more pieces off of you. Which is a possibility. When she actually was going after more and more monsters, it was possibly she took not killing them, but actually showing them some type of mercy by taking one arm and like only a few body parts in a way. In this case, Meteorite's friend has one eye missing and pretty much one arm missing that are not growing back since he's a lizard. And possibly Carson, where he can't grow his arms and legs all that quicker. Instead, it takes slower. And she pretty much had to force herself to become more mature quicker and everything, because she was queen and everything. And with that title, she really took it seriously. She even actually did this to her own daughter, which in a way, after finding this out, it's possibly that she's been really strict around her own daughter, trying to teach her how to be queen at such a young age. So that way, if it's a possibility something does happen to Moon, if it does get her killed or something, Star would have to take the throne then, at a young age. So this is why Moon has been pretty much doing this to her own daughter, making sure she is prepared taking the duties as a queen. Now, besides that, let's go on to Star. Now, if you were wondering what I was talking about from Miss Heinous to Moon, let me explain. Pretty much, Miss Heinous and Moon have similarities, but they're opposites. They're both strict, and they're pretty much more mature, and tall, hair that points up and everything. And they always look to see like this very strict personality they both had, with Moon raising Star, Miss Heinous being strict around her own school, for wayward princesses. But what's all the point about this? The point I'm actually trying to make is they're opposites. The way I always seen this, Miss Heinous always seems to love caring about monsters in some sort of way. She makes deals with them, and pretty much when the monster got blew up and everything, all there was left his hand, she was actually taking good care of him until he was full grown, which he's still not though. He still has his head of fully grown, and he still has his legs fully grown as well. But besides that, for Moon absolutely hates monsters, which this is understandable since a monster actually killed Moon's mother. So, what happened with that? These two are opposites the way how they treat the two types differently. As a matter of fact, for Star is like Eclipsa, but this is what's more interesting. Unlike Miss Heinous and Moon, if we're correct, Well, first, it is possible Eclipsa is still playing a game and will turn out to be a really bad villain. But if not, what if Eclipsa and Star are very similar? If you think about it, the spade is technically just an upside down heart and pretty much the thing in the middle. I mean, the thing on the top of it. Okay, no, for real. What I'm really trying to say is this. Both Eclipsa and Star, this is what's interesting about them. Eclipsa is always really kind, and it seems like she was preferring monsters. We don't know Eclipsa's full story, why she left her own daughter Luna. Why? Because she just took in the palace and everything. Why couldn't she just choose to be with a monster and just accept it? Well, it is a fact that Eclipsa, during her reign, she was living in the Dark Age, the Dark Era. Which, just in case you don't know, I've been looking up Muni's history, and during Eclipsa's reign, she was one of the last 3 queens of the Dark Age. After her, it was her daughter Luna, and then Heaven, her granddaughter. And pretty much after that, the next Star Queen actually ended the Dark Age. So that was the Eclipsa's great-granddaughter. So, besides all that, why are these two really similar? Well, besides all Eclipsa's kindness and everything, we don't know the full story to her just yet. And as for Star, at the beginning of the series, she looks like she was making a joke out of monsters, thinking they're just some type of game that you could just beat up whenever you want. And they were kind of annoying to her. But besides that, really what I'm saying is this. As pretty much in the later season 1, we pretty much get to see that Star is learning about monsters' history, and possibly realizing maybe monsters act like this to us humans is because back then, humans show no mercy to monsters even when they were fleeting and everything. They would not even do anything just to show mercy, no matter what. They had armies that were completely too big and everything that was not even necessary. When the monsters fled in the forest and wouldn't even want to fight anymore, the humans would not still show them mercy and wanted to attack them. Attack them all. And burn down the forest for them all to die. So, besides all this, what is the point about Star's learning? In the later part of the series, she eventually learns about a few more queens. Selena the Psy, the Monster Carver, and pretty much her own mother, and Eclipsa, of course. This was the first time Eclipsa heard about this, and for the later on in the series, it seemed like Eclipsa was indeed dead but might come back, but it turns out she is still alive. She was crystallized. So, anyway, in the later part of Season 3 now, Season 3 has been pretty much showing that Star is trying to take a better role as a future queen. She's trying to make a friendship peace treaty with all the other kingdoms about actually accepting monsters as friends. And then she was hosting a party for all the other princes and princesses that they made deals with that are peace treaties with. And the whole entire point was they could make monsters friends with them. So the future generations, they would be friends as well. But sadly, that party went not even well. And pretty much, I don't know if Moon knows about this. If she does, it's obvious she would be kind of mad. And perhaps Star has to convince her that there has to be an age. And perhaps Moon is going to have to try to convince Star that pretty much monsters are just dangerous and they're not anything good. So I believe Star has to convince Moon that humans and monsters could be both good. And Eclipsa could do the exact same thing to Miss Heinous. It's possible when these two do meet, it's possible they're going to be the opposites of Star Moon. Moon, since she's the mother, she would be more like Star, and Miss Heinous would be more like Moon. So, pretty much, this would lead to interesting acts. But besides all of that, yeah, this is pretty much what the 4 are doing. And knowing for a fact, Star does have a lot to learn about all 3 of these. Like, she doesn't know that much about Miss Heinous until at the end of Season 3. And Eclipsa, she still has a lot to learn about her. And Moon, well, pretty much her own mother, she doesn't even know that much about her, besides her instead, At the beginning of Season 3, it turns out she finds out her own grandmother was killed way back when Moon was around her own age. So, yeah, besides all that, I hope you did enjoy this video, because this is Judson Game 44 signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye!